This is Project 2, Lesson 2. Opening your project. By now, most of you, if not all of you, should, of course, already know how to open up projects from your Google Classroom. But just in case, very briefly. Now, this is a pre-recorded tutorial. This is pre-recorded, so everything that you see that says due tomorrow is actually today, March 30th, Monday. Okay, so you should be reviewing your work today, and that is what is due today. You need to review all of your lessons. So if you're here under stream, you will see that a new assignment has been posted. Of course, you click on it, and then you will see your flat assignment here, Project 2. You will click on that, and that will bring you right into your flat project. If you do it from classwork, you can go on classwork, and if you do it from classwork, you should be able to see it. Project 2, of course, yours is going to say due today. All right, and then you click on your Project 2, Lesson 2, and you will see the flat project. You will click on that, and it will take you right into it. Now, if you decide to enter it from your email, you can do that also. I'm going to your email. I mean, this is the project. It's coming up. It's still loading. You have to give it a few minutes, and this is what it looks like. All right, from your email, this is what it looks like from your email. So from your email, after you click, you'll see an email from Ms. Bird. You click on it. When it opens up, you'll see this, and you click on Open. Okay, and when you click on Open, it should take you to your Google Classroom, and then from there, you follow the same instructions that we did just now. Okay, you would just click on it, and then we'll open up your project. You don't need any code or anything like that. You don't need to sign in. You shouldn't have to. It should bring you directly into your flat project. If for any reason that it does ask you for your password or your Google email or anything like that, which it shouldn't, because you're already in. If you're already signed up to my Google Classroom, then you're already connected to this program. All right. Let's get started. So now, this is Lesson 2, setting up your score. This is already set for you. You don't have to do anything to that. Just leave that there for now. You can put your first name here if you'd like. You're going to do that before you turn in your project after you finish watching lesson number 5. You would simply double click on it, and then you would highlight or do whatever you have to do. You can delete what have you and put your name there. When we get to lesson 5, I'll tell you what you're going to put here. Okay, and then you can save it. You're not going to turn this in until it's complete, so you don't have to do that right now. All right, so you already have your grand piano that's already set up for you. You already have your 80 beats per minute that's already set up for you. In the overview, I forgot to mention that we're doing 4/4 timing, but it's evident. You can see that. That's how we're going to be working. So in order to set this up, let's continue. So let's set up the measures that you need. You're going to need 6 measures. So you're going to go up right here where it says measures, click on measures, and then add measures. Okay, you need 6 measures, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, now this is a repeat sign. It's in the wrong place. So what I need for you to do is look at this highlight here. We're still in measures. This one is highlighted in blue. Just click on it. That turns it off and removes the highlight and removes the repeat sign. So now that we have 6 measures, let's set up our sections with the repeat signs the way they should be set up. Make sure that you have highlighted the note, any note in this first measure, measure number 1, this section. And as long as the highlight is there, and if it's not there, you just simply click on that rest, okay? Well, we don't want to necessarily put a note there, but that's okay. Just click on it and make sure that the highlight is there. You could also move the highlight back and forth with your arrow keys, okay? So as long as the highlight is in the first measure, you're going to put the left repeat, which is the beginning repeat of that measure. Then move your highlight over into the second measure. There's your little highlight, and put the end repeat. So now we have our first section. Beginning repeat, end repeat. That's the one with the two little dots, okay? Now let's set up the next two sections. This is measure number 2, measure number 3, and measure number 4. So again, move your cursor over into the third measure, or you can just click into it. Put the left repeat. Notice how the dots are. The dots on this side, that's the beginning of the repeat. Then move the cursor over to the next measure and put the right repeat, which is the end repeat. Now the dots are on this side, okay? So look closely, make sure you're paying attention to your beginning repeat and your end repeats for each section. And then I'm going to just move my cursor over using my arrow keys on my keyboard to the 5th measure. Notice it has 5 here, but we're going to change that. You'll see in a second. Beginning repeat, move my cursor over to the next measure, and repeat. Okay, my repeats are set up. My repeat signs are set up. I have the beginning here, end here, starting of the next section beginning here, end here, starting of the third section beginning here, ending here. So now let's put in our measures properly. All right, I'm going to go back here. There's my highlight. As you see the little bulb there. Okay. All right. I'm just going to hit the delete key and just take that note off for now. Let's put our measure number in. Of course, this is the first measure. So we're still in the measure of the menu. Now, right here where it says rehearsal, that little box, I'm going to click on that little arrow and then we're going to put 1 there. That is the first measure, and it puts it in a little rehearsal box. Now we're going to move over to the third measure. Move the highlight over to the third measure. Okay. Now when I go back in that rehearsal mark, it still says 1, but watch what happens when I select it. It automatically numbers the measures in numerical order. Okay. It's not going to change up here. But every time when you click this, it will change down here the way it's supposed to be, okay? So we're going to move over to measure number 5. And you can be anywhere in that measure, by the way. As long as your highlight is in that measure and you go back up to the rehearsal mark and you choose that one again, it changes. Notice how the 5, the little single 5 changed to the boxed 5, okay? So now we have all our measures are set up. Okay, make sure that you have your app, your piano app, which is right up here. Click on that. It's really important. Let me move this down. That you are using your piano app. Okay, very good. It's very important that you use your piano app. Okay, so that it will make it easier for you to input the notes, and you'll see what I mean as we go on to the next lesson. All right. The last thing that you have to do here is go into your layout, which is right there, and where it says note heads, right here, click on that. And then you're going to scroll down to where it says note names. Click on that. Then go to the bottom, make sure you hit save. After you hit save, make sure you hit done. So what that's going to do is it's going to populate and put the note heads on the notes. So if you see what it says G, if I move it up, it's A, B, C, and notice that the piano is also, as I move the notes with my arrow key on the keyboard, the piano is moving up and down. The easiest way to put your notes in is to position your highlight where you want it and use your keyboard app. Okay? That's it. Go to the next lesson and we will continue.